Good afternoon and happy Friday, brothers and sisters. Today I want to talk to you about your faith under flames. I never really thought about it that way until the other day in class. I was reading something and it literally said something about faith under flames on one of those little side pop up things. And I don't know what it was, but it's been stirring in my mind ever since. And so I wanted to talk to you about it because when I sat down and I was thinking about it, I thought, that is like the perfect way to explain what we as God's are constantly facing. Um, every time we turn around, there's something else. There's something testing our patience, testing our faith, testing our focus, our dedication, our devotion, everything. And it all comes back down to faith, because when we have faith in God, it affects how we face everything. It affects how we see everything, how we respond to everything. And so when our faith is under fire, it's being tested. It's being a blessing because we're getting to see the things that are getting in our way of being able to experience that pure faith. Our fears, our doubts, our humanly understanding tends to take us in a never-ending cycle that goes a whole lot of nowhere. But when we have faith, suddenly we're like that baby bird that's stepping out on the limb for the first time. We are truly able to take that leap of faith and see where it carries us. Anyway, so whenever you're facing those challenges in life, remember that it's just a test. It's just a test. It's gonna pass. I like to tell my kids, the siren. We have sirens that go off every Wednesday, and it's just a reminder to everybody, what to expect when there is a storm. But also, it lets everybody, the city officials, make sure that everything's working as it should, and so that's the same thing that's happening to us when we face those challenges. It's making sure, or it's an opportunity to make sure that our mind, our body, and our ability to walk and do what we need to is where it needs to be. So that way when we face a real storm, we're prepared. Anyways, so now on a side note, I wanted to share with all of you about the mission that we at Earthwalkers Haven are doing and working towards, okay? And so, first of all, our number one focus is loving everybody regardless of difference. That is absolutely top priority. Next is about loving those in need. We reach out to the homeless, people that have gone through abuse, people that just simply, for whatever reason, aren't able to make it to the church. We will come to you. We bring God's mission to the places that have been overlooked or just simply haven't been considered. Whatever the case is, we try to spread God's lights in the places that it is needed the absolute most. We pass out blessing bags with socks, food, Band-Aids. During the winter, they got the warm hats and gloves. We try to make sure that while we go out and we offer ministry, that it's legitimately in the image of God, which means we're not just out there talking. We're not just out there saying, here you go. We're out there forming relationships. And anyways, our big goal right now is we are wanting to start a tiny house sanctuary. It's meant to be more than just a place to have a roof over your head and even just a place to have food. We want it to be a top of rehabilitation. We want it to be a place where people can come and heal and actually start striving towards that lasting foundation. And we know that all lasting foundations are built and centered around God's truth, His love, and nothing else can even begin to compete with that. And so we want to teach people how to see God's presence, how to be a reflection of God's love, but also we want to teach them how to receive it. We want to teach them how to open those places of wounds up and let Him fill them up. So anyways, on top of that, we're always looking for volunteers because as our missions grow, our need for volunteers does as well. So if you're interested in being part of our mission, please message me, email me, whatever you feel comfortable with, reach out. Let us know that you're interested. Forgive my ums. I don't know what's going on there. But either way, we have so many big things in the works right now that I wish I could tell you everything, but I want to leave a little bit of suspense there. So what I'm just going to tell you is there are big changes, and it's fixing to send a ripple of love across the state of Arkansas, at least, if not even further out. I hope it goes like everywhere. I also want to point out the fact that if you pay attention, there is homeless work being done everywhere. So it's not hard to tell where God's focus is, if you ask me. He's wanting to make sure that all of his children, no matter where they stand, are being loved and receiving the assistance they need in order to reach him. So let us all join together and be a part of that, okay? So anyways, today, as always, make sure that you're sharing that testimony. Make sure that you're letting people see and know how God's working in your life, because maybe they haven't learned how to recognize him in their own. And your story, that needed spark that helps them realize that he's never left them. And I promise you that when you see somebody realize that, oh my gosh, he does love me and he hasn't left me, you're going to want to share that story more and more. And that's the idea. So get out there and share it. Let people know. Like I said, if you have the desire to volunteer or you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you would like to donate towards our mission, reach out to me. Anyways, that's all. I hope everybody's having a really great week. As always, if I've rambled too much, forgive me. There's just a whole lot to say, and I've had this all stirring around in my brain knowing I wanted to share it with all of you, but you know what? My phone was not working, and that is my video resource, so I had to wait until I got a new phone that would allow me to record. So I'm back, and I will be back again next week. So everybody enjoy your week, and love you lots. Love and light.